So, she's looking all semi-corporate, corporate casual. And of course, I have the man himself, Dr. Precious, back in the studio with me Friday as usual.
Good
Precious,
morning.
I think I'm going to have an issue with you.
Tell me about
Why
it.
are you always twinning with me?
Maybe because you're my twin sister.
It's twinning with me again. You're doing the black thing as I'm doing.
It's obvious there is a connection.
Really?
And thank God it's a new month. New month,
I
new
know this
vibes.
connection will bring money and all of that.
It will bring a whole lot of goodies.
Anyway, Yinka Kenny has been on the streets, and I know that she's been seeing a lot of people. She's practically the Mother Teresa of her time, especially in Mushin. Axis. Oh God, whatever you mean by that, Mother Teresa. She's the Mother Teresa. She was giving out bread just a couple of weeks.
Okay. Moving on to the Punch newspaper. In the Punch this morning, we have $3.4 billion support IMF to conduct due diligence on CBN. National Assembly, Atiku, and others salute Nigerians on Workers' Day. 3,256 listed as CBN begins 50 billion naira COVID-19 foreign disbursement. Nigeria's China disagree over accommodation issues for 207 evictions. And on the high point there, infected health workers rises from 40 to 113 in just a week. That's worrisome. That's really worrisome. COVID-19 patients seeking alternative treatment. Federal government laments. Donate your...
Our younger ones died before the elderly ones. Who will then bury them?
And let me come in here. If you check very well, you would see that I love what came to my mind at the beginning of the pandemic in Nigeria. Don't forget, the pandemic has gone on outside the country. We've heard about it. But when it came to Nigeria, my biggest fear is that the virus will not kill as much people that hunger would kill. Because if you look at it, there are people who survive on a daily basis with their daily income. But we thank God the government is doing its best. And individuals are also trying.
Yes, individuals are trying, but it's just because the decadence, the decadence, or what I call it decadence, or the poverty level, let me call it the poverty level, has eaten in so deeply. And no matter how much individuals try, no matter how much the government try, it just seems not to be enough.
And the government is surely trying to do their best. They are giving as much as they can. The state of Osun State, my state, I like to call it my state, Osun State, not state of Osun.
Our state. I served in Osun State.
Oh, please.
So it's our state.
All right, so Osun State has been trying its best. Oh, the delectable.
Talking about Osun State, and she's from Osun State. She's gonna be very defensive.
No. We just have to, because we are media. We have to, say it the way it is and balance the info. That's just it. So we have to say.
I really believe that the solution to COVID-19 will come from Africa much more quicker than the white people.
If only we look inwards. And I congratulate the doctors and the departments of, I think, parasitology or something in University of Ibadan, who are looking into making a herb, some form of herb that will work for COVID-19.
And the Lagos State government,
we're going to celebrate it if it comes.
He also said something about that some days ago, that the state will be looking into probably herbs and all that.
It's better for us to look into herbs than for us to keep chopping, because I'm just wondering why the Bauchi State governor is going to make it compulsory for coronavirus patients to be treated with chloroquine and Detomax. I'm just wondering how that's going to work.
Everybody's coming up with his or her
Please,
own.
you're not a doctor.
The Cross River State governor.
That was the question we had to ask Donald Trump. You're not a doctor. Why are you prescribing?
Let me tell you something about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a zealous president. Donald Trump wants to see his people recovered very fast. So immediately he gets a clue that there is a likely possibility, he goes straight to the media, which shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying?
Donald Trump is a media person. He's been a social
for a very long time. Let's say he's a socialite.
He's a media socialite.
Well, print media.
So immediately he gets, and don't forget, America has really suffered from this pandemic.
Yes.
So I really don't blame him when I see the figures and I could see what he's doing. There'll be better days ahead.
All right, COVID-19 forces NLCTUC to go online with May Day celebration. You know, when I got that message and I kept hearing things like, we're going to have a public holiday today, I'm wondering if we're not going to come to work, but I'm at work, so I don't know how the Workers' Day is going to work. But apparently we're going to do online May Day celebration, so down.
And on a lighter note, Kabiesi, I expected Ayetoro to be on a standstill when Funke Akindele was arrested.
Oh.
I thought Ayetoro would carry placards and say, release our daughter.
No. I'm sure that His Royal Majesty won't want to go against the law of the land.
Yeah, but on a lighter note.
But then she's made
Ayetoro famous.
Exactly.
Your Royal Majesty, as you go, I think.
Thomason, don't go there.
Hello.
How many wives do you have, Kabiesi?
Why do you want to know?
Probably
maybe I want to join
She wants to come and join them.
Who's this girl that out behind?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
sir.
much for being a part of the
pleasure.
show.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be talking to His Royal Majesty, the Oba Adetono Odutala of Ayetoro Obudu Kingdom. Of course, it's been a wonderful conversation. I have to just ask. When I know that he's, I know he's still watching the show. Obviously, I know you're watching. So let me just say this out so that you will have my head after the show. I know that you are a Christian. I know that you serve in a church even as a usher. I don't know how that happens. How you know, drop all of the kinging and then you become an usher in a church.
Church.
Ushers are the ones that welcome people, shake them, carry bags, carry things for people. That's a very humble.
He's the chief usher,
but
by the way.
I think maybe one of these days we need to go to his palace to interview him, because exactly. I want to know how a traditional king can be a born again Christian.
And that's why I have to have more than one wife.
I love your question. And I must give kudos to this Oba, because I personally interviewed some Obas. And his way of responding to questions is high tech. I give it to him. He responded to every question from Thomason, from Yinka. He cut across board.
And
he's someone who is enlightened.
Evasive. You know, it wasn't evasive in any way.
He said it the way it is. So kudos to you, sir. We love you.
All right, let's take a quick break on the Bumper Breakfast Show. We will be back, and we're still talking about certain things. This one is going to be a little bit sad. I will start out with the sad news, and then we'll go to entertainment gist, and then we end the show. We'll be back. The show, a sad one here. A young lady, a young woman died yesterday. The circumstances was quite, very shocking and very painful as well. But Precious, can you give me details about that young woman, Photo Kodak, that died yesterday?
Okay, Photo Kodak is a very wonderful dancer and a video vixen. She has done videos with people like Burna Boy, Techno, Olamide, Davido, Simi, and the likes. She has done a whole lot of choreography, and she's known to be very good with her craft. And the story we got is that she was in the house of Clarence Peters, trying to do a short, one shot like that during the isolation thing, and during the process she went to plug her phone, and unfortunately she was electrocuted. And people have gone on social media to express how sad this has been, because this is a young lady who has struggled for herself. She's been with Clarence Peters for a while. Yes. If you check most of the videos Clarence Peters shoots, you'll find her there. And she's so dynamic. She could turn her hair into something else. She's so good with the dance skills. Her energy is on point. She has featured lots of dance artists from across Africa, and she has also gone to the US to feature our very own Izzy Egbeng. And Izzy Egbeng did the video with Yemi Alade recently with the Grammy Award winner. So you can tell that she's someone who has given so much to television and to the art of dance. It's a sad one from all of us here at MITV. We want to say may her soul rest in peace.
And you know, when it comes to electrocutions, it just comes back to me that warning we've always been getting about charging your phone. We're not sure exactly how it happened, but you know, brings to mind, don't plug your phone and use. Please, I'm begging. Whether you're using the Bluetooth or you're using the earpiece, when you are charging, charge. When you want to use, disconnect and use. Do not use your phone while you're charging it. Whether it's going to be used by Bluetooth or it's going to be used by earpiece, just make sure you do, or use directly. You know, some people make phone calls while they're plugged to the power. They're plugged like this. It's dangerous for your health, and when it's not dangerous for your health, it can actually kill you. So we're not sure of the circumstances, but she died via electrocution while charging her phone. That speaks
also,
volume.
I think something we need to mention here, we're talking about it off air, is that when you have your charger and you realize that there's a form of disconnection, there's a form of disconnection between your charger.
No, not this. This is the next door.
You have a form of disconnection between your charger and your phone. You know, I think that you should dispose of that charger or get some. If it's the charging point that is giving the issue,
Yeah.
you should, you know,
Buy
fix
a new
it, but
cable.
fix
It can be fixed.
Or
and get
if
a
it's
new
the
cable.
charger, get a new charger.
And very
or
importantly,
something.
very
so
importantly.
don't. What I want to. My point is that when it comes to things that has got to do with electricity generally, because being electrocuted is not something that it takes less than a twinkle of an eye.
And it's done.
And it's done.
And it's done. She was
So
rushed to the
don't-
hospital, mind you.
She couldn't make
survive.
it.
Exactly.
And very importantly,
Don't
people need to hear
compromise
this.
anything.
From a medical perspective, every time you connect something to electricity, there is a high level of radiation,
Exactly.
and radiation kills. So make it a time not to connect anything to electricity and have it on you. Some people would plug their phones to charge and put it under the pillow. That's very dangerous. It can explode and kill you. So let's be very careful of these things.
There's no
Take your
call.
phone
There's no
away
call
from
you
you.
want to make that is
Yes.
as important as your life.
Don't plug your
I've
phone
seen
and
a lot
put it
of
under the
people, you
pillow.
know, probably when I'm on phone and say they're charging. Even it's now I'm even getting a different feeler that even with your power bank, because there's still a form of radiation taking place. Even with your power bank, I don't think it's
Correct as well. to
it's
use.
correct as well.
All right,
to
one
make
last
use.
person that we need to celebrate.
Yeah,
This one
totally.
in death is an elderly man, the founder of Afrobeat. He did die. We need to take that in 30 seconds.
Okay, that's the Nigerian drummer Tony Allen, who created Afrobeat with Fela. And Fela once stated that without Tony Allen, there would be no Afrobeat. Allen has been described as the brain, perhaps the greatest drummer to ever invent a musical genre. And he died at the age of 80 in Italy. And he was moved from there to Paris. And it was said that this guy could drum anything. He died at the age of 80 and was regarded as the founder of Afrobeat. May he so rest in peace.
All right, that's our last tribute for this morning. We have to say congratulations to the people who inherited the sound of Afrobeat. If you don't have the background, we just give you the background. And we celebrate Tony Allen in death. He is worthy of being celebrated.
Yes.
Afrobeat was made popular by our own Fela. Fela is gone, and Tony Allen is just dying at 80.
Right now, Afrobeat is everywhere.
Is
I think
everywhere,
we have to
everywhere
go.
in the world. We need to go. All right, everybody, that's it on the Bumper Breakfast Show. Join us again on Monday morning on the Bumper Breakfast. Remember that question I've always asked. Let me know how this lockdown has affected you. Send a video, not a text message. Do a video of yourself and send it to 08064738133. I want to know how it has affected you financially, psychologically, biologically, in all forms, in a video.
And as we go, please, yes, on Monday we'll be going out. Try and stay safe. Use your face mask, and keep the distance.
As a matter of fact, I'm using mine right now. Tommy Siojo is my name.
And I'm Dr. Precious. But please don't forget, don't touch your men. Don't touch your nose, don't touch your eyes, and don't touch your mouth.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.